The most recent episode of Sister Wives, which showed the family finding out about Garrison's tragic passing. Did you pick up on the part in Cody's confessional where he was talking about Gwendlyn called him and was wondering if it was okay if she could come over? Y'all, so many fans had comments about this. They had thoughts and opinions, and we're going to discuss them. But before we do, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is a TV show, okay? Granted, this is a real event that happened, and it's a tragedy. For that reason, let's put our personal feelings aside about every member of this family, and let's just keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers, because this is a real event, and it is a real tragedy. I've seen a few fans talk about this. I want to discuss it with all of you. I did pick up on this as well, so let's get into it. A fan took to Reddit, Gwen and Cody. What does it say about the emotional warmth and safety? If Gwen felt she had to ask permission to go over to her father's home when she just found out her brother died. A recent episode highlighted how Robin demanded advance notice and protocol to come over, while the other moms just said, pop over whenever you want. Gwen should have felt Cody and his passive, everyone should come to me, inertia, should have called all his local children to convene them to him to comfort Gabe, Gwen, and Savannah. Wait, Gwendolyn had to take the initiative to call her dad to ask if she could come over. Really think on that. They didn't film inside the Cody and Robin McMansion either. Another outdoor film scene where Robin adds nothing. Fans took to the comments. I was glad Mary was there for Gwen. Gwen felt comfortable running to Mary when she got there. Made me feel like Mary made sure Gwen was genuinely taken care of in that moment. Gwen and Mary actually always had a sweet relationship. I'm glad in the moment where they both just needed to be held, they had each other. I also picked up on that when Mary was talking about Gwendolyn and how she was there for Gwendolyn. And y'all, that was a beautiful moment. I'm very glad that Mary and Gwendolyn was there for each other. I think it's nice, too, that Mary had Gwen. Mary would be a soft place to fall on in that situation. Seeing Mary's emotion last night demonstrated to me how much she holds inside. No matter what happened or has happened, she's a mom to the kids. Now, I do agree on that. I don't live with my parents, so I always ask if I can come over. I ask if someone is emotionally available to help me grieve if they are also grieving. She could just be respecting other people by asking to be in their space during a really difficult time. She is neurodivergent. She may need to ask for every interaction. I do. It's effective communication when you can't pick up on social cues. And grief makes social cues even more difficult to interpret. Same. It didn't faze me one bit. I'd also call and ask if it were okay. As a neurodivergent person, I just want to point out, people have the most just vast labels. Some people will just label themselves with their, like Gwen's always been like, well, I'm autistic. That's my ADHD. That's my blah, blah, blah. That's my blah, blah, blah. And then when people talk about Gwen, they always say, well, she's neurodivergent. She's this, she's that, she's that. I'm like, I just made a video talking about, did Robin collect a disability check on Dayton? And the trolls flocked to the comments like freaking buzzards talking about, well, did anybody ever say Dayton was actually, did we see him being actually diagnosed with a disability? I'm like, come on now. Are we being serious? You going to debate me on if Dayton had a disability or not? But we going to get on here and always give Gwen y'all, That's as far as I'm going there. But comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. I don't know. She is a human being just like everybody else. Why would neurodivergent? Did she not just graduate college? Okay, seems to be pretty well, mentally capable of processing things. I mean, she just graduated college with a degree. Anyway, I don't know. I'm giving a pass on this. For a start, it's being recapped after the fact. She could have said, "Are you home? I need to come over." And just because his son died doesn't mean he's home. Sadly, coroners, funeral homes, etc. don't want to wait around. I just lost my dad and was honestly shocked how quickly people expect you to make decisions, pay for things, and provide documents. I love trashing Cody for everything, but events surrounding Garrison's passing just need to be left alone, in my opinion. Now, I respect that. I absolutely do. I took it that way, too. He could have been Janelle's or Gabe's or with the police. It was probably very chaotic that day. I absolutely agree. Yes, Cody is a horrible husband and a crappy father, although the relationship was much better with his kids when they were younger. But at the end of it all, he lost a child, too. Very few people deserve that pain. Can we not do this today? This family has been through the ringer. Can we not pick apart a story retold by Cody in the aftermath of his son's death? I am shocked that they would even be willing to let the audience in on their grief at all. The episode was respectful and well done. Can we all adopt the same tone? We shouldn't be picking this family apart at all today. Seriously, I don't care. They're portrayed on the screen. They just went through the hardest year ever and had their most vulnerable episode aired last night. Give strangers grace. Well, I do want to say this is, why are people like, we don't need to talk about, we're not picking this apart. We're talking about it like any other thing. What do y'all want to sit here and talk? You just want to cry and talk about the funeral? You want to cry and talk about the what ifs? Is that what we're doing? I can't say that because I'm blocked and banned from Reddit. Here we are. This post ain't it. I always ask permission before going to my mom's house. I don't live there. I don't know what she might have going on. It's just my opinion that I should ask for showing up. This isn't weird. Now, see, there are a vast number of opinions here. Some people say, well, I wouldn't ask. Well, I would ask. Well, I wouldn't ask. Well, I would ask. Maybe she was being respectful. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Now, if it was a situation like this is not just asking to come over to chit-chat, okay? I want to remind y'all, this ain't asking to come over to your parents' house to have a fish fry or visit, okay? This is your sibling passed away all of a sudden tragically. You're in a crisis. You need your parent. You go to them. Parents, your kid needs you. One kid just passed away. You really expect him to call and ask to come over? No. Any parent out there would be like, no, my kid, any age, come on over, if especially something like that. Okay? We're not talking about going over to borrow some milk and cookies. We're not talking about going over to barbecue. Baby, this is a serious event. Anyway. Maybe Gwen loves her father and wanted to grieve with him. Why do so many of you twist things? Her brother died. That's why she needed to just go over and she didn't have to ask, or she shouldn't have to ask. Maybe she simply wanted to make sure he was going to be home before driving over there. I don't think because it didn't happen like how we'd imagine it would be our own family makes it bad. I think you would have to give a pass to anything that happens in the shocking immediate aftermath of a tragedy. Your brain can barely function. You can go into autopilot. Now, I do believe this. Been there. Done that. It's very hard to make sense of anything at that moment. Just wait to add that outdoor filming scene was shot at 2 different times. The first part, there are blocks. Uh-oh, here we go. We got eagle-eyed fans and viewers. The first part, there are blocks in the yard behind them, and the yard is brown and dead. Then all of a sudden, the yard is green, and the blocks are gone. You will also notice the color of Cody's pants changes at the same time, as does the amount of junk on the patio. It's just so dishonest. Well, I didn't notice that. Did y'all notice that? Are we talking about the scene where Robin walked out when Cody was talking, around the fire pit? I'm 30 plus and asked my parents if I can come over. They're busy people themselves and I don't know what they're doing. This day, much, I think they meant must have been chaotic, and she would have no way of knowing where Cody was at physically, let alone mentally. This scene wasn't weird at all. It warmed me a bit to hear the Gwen and Mary interaction. I thought I had read they did not have a relationship, but they were able to be there at each other in the time of grief. This type of tragedy really changes people, and I hope they're closer because of it. Well, Mary was at the engagement party. Gwendlyn did have her there, so that told me that they were close. I did find that odd. It's possibly she called ahead to make sure they were there and not headed to Garrison's house or where Janelle was staying. Gwen, given his overall behavior during that time and the stuff she had said on YouTube about Robin, it feels more likely she wasn't sure she would be welcome if she just showed up. Now, that's what I believe because I followed Gwendlyn and her YouTube channel. And I heard the words that came out of her mouth, especially about Cody and Robin. She didn't feel welcome at all. And she stated that a lot. A lot. So I'm just not going to ignore Gwendlyn or her feelings or her voice or her words. I'm not going to ignore it. No matter these people in the comments. Like, why are we picking this apart? We're not picking it apart. We're acknowledging it. Okay. We're acknowledging it is what we're doing. Oh, Lord have mercy. We all hate Cody, but you're nitpicking for upvotes. Again, not nitpicking, not picking apart. We're discussing. We're acknowledging. Everybody's saying this is stretching. Okay. I want to know what y'all are thinking. We've read the gist of the comments, okay? But what are y'all thinking about all this? Do you think Gwendlyn should have called? And this was a topic of discussion. Cody's relationship with his kids, the estrangement, and why there was an estrangement. I mean, Robin and her rules, her protocols. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do that. She needs to chill with that because, I mean, from what I've heard it through the grapevine, he's still to this day don't have a relationship with his kids other than the ones that live under his roof. Hello, where there's smoke, there's fire. If all these kids are saying Robin's the problem, if these kids feel like they have to call you to see if they can come and have you, be there for them in a tragedy. I mean, I cannot. With this dude, with Robin, I cannot. This whole episode done it in for me. For right now, anyway. It's still too raw, I guess. My opinions might change because, I mean, that's how they do. Okay, opinions change from time to time. I will say this again. I am so glad Mary was there for Gwendlyn, and it seems like they have a good relationship and a good connection. That's beautiful. That's good to hear. It really is. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell besides subscribe. Make sure it's set to all so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Also, I hope you share this video, thumbs up this video, all the YouTube things, set your DVRs because this Sunday, a brand new episode of Sister Wives airs exclusively on TLC at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.